Hello, everyone. Welcome to Geekonomics. We're back after a little bit of hiatus for life to happen, but we're back and we're better than ever. Brian's in the basement as always, back to where he belongs in his basement, not in front of a big, huge window with the sun beaming in and you can't see his face at all. I am back home for the day, celebrating the Patriots Day holiday. How are you doing, Brian?
Good, Mark. I love that intro. And your background for people who are watching is just, it's out of focus.
Yeah, I blurred it.
It's like you're in a dungeon. You could be in a sex dungeon and we wouldn't know.
I might be.
You could be.
Who knows?
So we got a lot to talk about. We got
me to know and you to find out.
Oh, geez. Was that a poke in the pooper shooter? We got.
You haven't got to that episode of Letterkenny yet, but you'll get it.
Okay. So Letterkenny is the only show I care about right now.
It's basically the show. I just finished it.
You did?
Yes.
I just started season 6 this morning.
Ooh.
Now,
season 7 is where you're gonna enjoy it.
Oh, dude, season 4 was absolutely like some of the best stuff.
It's better.
You had the geese, the Canadian geese.
Can of gooses.
The talent show. You had...
You got an issue with can of goose. You got an issue with me. And let that marinate.
Yeah. Super Hard Easter, which we just celebrated. Yes. Our hard Easter. Now, every holiday episode, I was just like, oh my God, they get better. The Christmas one was amazing.
Bonnie McMurray.
Oh my God, so freaking good. Season 5, every season this show just gets better and better and better.
Yes. It does have, I will say, there is a slight when it switches from Crave to Hulu.
Yeah,
there's like a couple episode little dip, then it comes right back again. Like they recatch their footing, like they figure out their situation, and then they're back running again. But the ones that they skip a little bit are the ones that you're gonna probably get the most kick out of. I won't tell you why, but you'll know why as soon as you see them.
All right. Well, I want to say season 5, the wedding episode was hilarious.
Yes.
Hard Right Jay when
Jay Bushell.
Yeah, he shows up.
Michelle, yes.
Right Jay, which is really funny. The Spelling Bee, a classic episode.
Oh, fantastic. It's one of those shows, I will say this is the first show I've ever watched where I've seen all 10 seasons. There are only like 7 episodes a season that I almost am tempted to restart from the beginning all over again.
Mark, this is like one of the shows where I'm like, I want to revisit those episodes. Like I'm showing parts to Allison.
Yeah.
The best when they talk about the beer, the microbrews, which is funny.
Yeah.
When they do the opening stuff about certain topics.
Yeah. You like the poems almost.
I haven't got.
They do like the ones where they like each one of them's in it.
Oh yeah, talking about
Wayne by himself, and they do like the Your friend made a friend the other day. Yeah. And then like it goes off into a thing.
The Twitter that they shouldn't be tweeting this day, but they get in a Twitter argument and Dan's reading the newspaper and he goes, "Oh, but there's more."
Yeah. It
was hilarious.
Yes.
I love that stuff.
Art book.
Yeah. The holiday episodes, I'm like, I will watch that Christmas episode around Christmas time. It was such a good episode.
It's so good.
How the holiday episodes are just standalone.
Yeah.
Like you finish the season and it kind of
ends 6-episode season, and then each one has like its own standalone holiday episode.
Yeah. And
I think they only miss like I think only a couple seasons they don't have a holiday episode.
I think one. I
It
think
just wraps up like the end of the season kind of thing.
yeah,
But 90% of them have that situation. But there's like, yeah,
they did Women's Day this year.
yes, they did.
Yeah, and that was the first episode of the season. Was Women's Day.
Then they end the season 10 with International Women's Day.
Okay, maybe I got
Yeah, this
so
newest season that they just finished.
yeah.
And
So-
they set up in the last season, they set up the Shorzy show.
Yes, which I shared you the trailer.
Yes. And I'm all about it now. I'm all in.
Dude. The guy who plays Wayne will playing Shorzy.
Which they show him as like they kind of do a profile shot of Shorzy in that the episode where they're setting up the thing where he gets called up to
Really?
like a higher league and everything, and they show like his profile, and it's definitely Wayne, just with a wig on.
The actor.
Yeah. So
Wayne.
it's like, oh man.
The voice, like you said, but we never see his face. You see his ass.
Yes.
Poop.
A lot. Yeah.
Or he's upside down washing his butt.
Yes. Yeah. He's upside down showering
His butt. Upside down showers.
because you got to wash under your balls.
Yeah.
That's from a later episode. You just get that. He explains why he does that.
So anyway, Letterkenny is still like one of my favorite shows of all time.
But even better than Letterkenny,
yeah.
which connects to it, Little Kenny. They started a cartoon of
Yeah.
them as kids telling the story of how they became friends.
And where's that? Is that in the show?
Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Really?
They're like 2 to 4 minute shows.
Oh, is it in the extras?
No, it's like a whole different show completely.
That's awesome. So just little tiny shorts.
Little to the tiny cartoons, just introducing the characters and how they all became friends. Like the second episode is how Daryl and Wayne became friends.
That's awesome.
It's very funny. It's Wayne just as a kid, and they voice their characters just as kid with like kid voices.
Oh God, that is
It's hilarious, and it's the same like language and everything. There's no like lowering down to like a kid show. It's like a kid looks like a kid show, but it's all like adult content.
So it's called
Little Kenny.
I'm looking at it right now. There it is.
Yeah, it's like the thing is to like 5,000 people and their problems. It's 5,000 or 500 kids
At the school.
go to school and these are their problems.
So yeah, their like first season is like 6 episodes.
Yeah, and they're all like 2 to 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna watch.
But I would wait to do that until after you've watched the whole like show through, because there's stuff that they reference in that happens later in this show.
Oh well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, I will do that. When did this come out? This came out in 2019.
Yeah. So where you're at, I'm saying there's stuff that's mentioned that you won't have to have reference to.
Gotcha. I'm in season 6.
Yeah.
Which season 6 came out in 2017.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, but man, oh man, I love this show.
Yeah. And they are working on season 11, what I heard.
And Shorzy.
In Shorzy.
Oh,
Separately.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're doing a live tour right now, which
Yes. Yeah.
I freaking die to see them.
Yeah. Tickets are crazy expensive.
Dude, you know how much seeing a comedian right now is? Funny.
I looked up seats I think there's a show in Boston and there's a show in New York, and a cheapest seat, like a decent like floor seat, not like in the mezzanine balcony area.
Yeah.
Was like $300.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all they do is they just do a live show of the show.
Yeah, it's a new show.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're recording it so they could
Yeah.
put it out as a special.
Yeah.
So talking about expensive seats, I got an email from Funny Bone. All comedians, and I looked at the comedians and I clicked on a comedian. I was like, oh, I'll be interested to see a live comedy act. I'm like, holy crap, $150.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day, Funny Bone was like $20.
Well, it depends upon the comedian.
This was like a
Like I get things for free tickets from them all the time, but it's not anyone I would know.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
You also get food there. You get fed food.
what? You still got to order it.
Well, I don't know if that's
I don't know. I'm not going to pay $150 to see a comedian. Sorry.
yeah. That's a very small space too.
Yeah. Um.
But
anywho.
anyways,
That's all. Yeah. Letterkenny is the only thing I've been really.
Letterkenny. It's like the main thing we've been watching.
Yeah.
Of all the stuff that's going on, Letterkenny is the only thing. A show from 6 years ago.
Yeah, but it's still on right now. So it's.
I know. No, I'm saying it's that good.
So I do have. Before I get into box office news, Mark, how your last 2 weeks, and don't you have something happening this Sunday you want to promote?
Yes. Well, the last 2 weeks have been good. I built the Mandalorian helmet and the. Well, I've done the Dark Trooper, but now I did the Mandalorian last weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Saw it at Target. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The only one I have left is the Luke Skywalker helmet.
Ooh.
Which is like, I'm saving it. I'm trying to figure out a day to do it where I'm like, I want to build it, but I almost don't want to build it at the same time because I know that there's no more to build. But now they're coming out with the dioramas. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've shared them with you.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So those come out at the end of the month. So debating about what to build, what to save, when to do things.
You put them at work? I mean, where do they go?
No, I have them on. I'm actually at home, so I have to hold on. Let me.
No, but I mean the dioramas. Where would you?
Oh, the diorama. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Space is an issue.
Yeah.
So dioramas might be an at work thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Then it's getting them to work and not breaking them. That's the next issue.
You just build them at work.
Well, but then that means I've lost the relaxation time here at home building them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But no, so that's one of the big things I've been doing. Still watching Halo, which I can talk about now if you want, or I could wait till later.
Let's just jump into it. I stopped after episode 2.
Yes.
I've been watching some reviews about what happened in 3 and 4.
Yes.
How are you liking it?
It's not terrible. It's also not great.
So why are you continuing?
Because I kind of want to see where it goes.
Fair.
The more I watch it, the more it's what I said to you originally about the show. That if you have never played the game, you'd probably like the show.
Well, also, the show is completely different than the game.
That's what I'm saying. So I think if you've played the game, you like that storyline. And it's definitely a better storyline than the show is.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be as big of a fan of the show.
Right.
Whereas if you've never played Halo,
you're going to love it.
You're going to think it's good because you don't have any reference.
Exactly.
The story itself isn't terrible. It's just not Halo.
Right. It could have been called Spaceman Does.
It could have been called Space Marines or something. Anything else other than Halo.
Okay, so my favorite thing is the people complaining that he constantly takes his helmet off. The last episode, people were saying there was a scene where he puts the helmet on, he gets in the Warthog and drives, and then he takes it off 3 seconds later. It became a meme. Like, it was just him on, off, on.
Well,
like,
they explain the reasoning behind it in the episode, but they explain that he uses the helmet to drive because it's like his directions. Well, for direction finding. Like, it's GPS is in his helmet.
And I know there was a scene where he's looking through his old house when he grew up, and they have like a weird side view of his face.
It's like if you ever watch, like, it's from racing. Now they have like the helmet camera that basically sits like right next to the driver's face.
Yeah.
But it's built into the helmet, so you can see like the profile of their face.
Yeah.
And see what they're seeing, kind of thing. So they kind of use that look, but kind of just turned it a tiny bit. So you kind of see his face, experiencing what's going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
No.
But it's not, if you're a Halo fan of the video game, it's not something you would see and be into. That's all this show is.
And there has not been any action since that beginning scene. Big action.
No,
Which is strange because
they're leading towards bigger scenes.
I guess so.
But I mean, it makes sense. You probably don't have the budget to do the big, huge fight scenes like that every episode.
They're saving up for later.
Yeah. Because they're telling a story. The story isn't about the Covenant and the Marines. The story is about Master Chief finding out who he is, basically.
Now I gotta ask you a question. From all the reviews I've seen, and even from the first 2 episodes I saw, the Quan side story, everybody across the board seems to hate. How do you feel about this Quan side story? That she's on her own with the other guy. Everybody seems to hate. They say that Master Chief's story and everything else moves, and then when they cut the Quan stuff, it like stop. It just puts like the brakes on the show.
It doesn't need to be in there. It's a separate show.
That's what people say. It feels like
That's the only thing. It's a whole different show than what's going on with Master Chief. It has no real connection to him at this point. I mean, the only thing is that when she gets into trouble, he'll probably come to save, kind of thing. Like they might shoehorn it in some way. Or like when he gets to his point where he's against the UNSC and she's trying to fight a guy who's connected to the UNSC, and they might team up to do something against the UNSC.
She's with the other Spartan.
Yeah, the one that ran away.
They're like a team right now.
Yeah.
Trying to get the rebels back, but they're all dead. So what is he gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she knows that either.
I think they say that they're all dead.
I think they say that in this episode, but going into it, she had no idea that they were all
right. Gone. She shows up during her father's funeral.
Well, they did like a memorial for her father.
Yeah.
And then they kill her aunt.
There you go.
So, and there's like another assassin that's connected to this guy that's running that planet.
Oh my God.
But the planet that he's running is the planet that I think is the integral part of the story. So that's what her story is about, basically.
Yeah.
But they're doing a bad job of connecting it together to the bigger story.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted to like have a younger person in the show.
Right.
And they just didn't know how to, like, they shoehorned her story into the show for some reason. Like they could have just totally eliminated that story and it wouldn't do anything to change the show.
Correct. Yeah. That's what even people who like it that I watched who enjoy nobody seems to like that storyline at all.
It just muddies the waters. That's basically what it is. It's just too much story.
Someone said the writers were like, we love Game of Thrones. Let's try and have all these side stories happening.
Yeah, that connects randomly.
What's going on?
Because right now you have Master Chief's story, the Quan story, and then the Covenant girl story.
You have a Halsey storyline.
Halsey's storyline, which is happening with her daughter.
And then her daughter
storyline.
Yeah.
And you have the other Marine who took out her emotion chip and her story of how she's dealing with like being able to have emotions.
And then like we see a trailer for next episode where she tells Master Chief that she did it, and he's just like, whoa, I guess we're gonna have to like go like that can't be. But it's like, dude, you did it. You showed her. So
he didn't know that she saw him doing it.
He was checking out his cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Master Chief. But I'm just saying, like, if he did it and then she did it, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, I don't know. It's a little weird.
I don't know. I don't see the trailers. I try not to watch the trailers. So.
Well, you can continue. I'll continue watching my reviews and which are more entertaining than the show. And you can update me about the show.
Yeah. It's one of those shows I've like, it's not like I don't wake up on Thursday and excited to watch Halo. It's if I got time, I'll watch it. If not, I'll wait till Friday and watch it. If not, I'll watch it on Saturday when I'm putzing around the house.
I think it's weird how the excitement for the Halo show has pretty much died. I don't see anybody really talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
The few people who are still reviewing it.
Yeah.
It just gets less exciting every week. Like it
Yeah.
just doesn't seem that exciting anymore. And I could see why.
Yeah.
And they gave it a season 2 before the first episode even dropped.
Well, I mean, they went for season 2 based off of the popularity of what people were expecting it to be.
Right. I think that was the case. So I think at the very least you get 2 seasons, and then if no one's
See what happens
by season 2, then it'll just go away.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? A lot can change in a season. You can basically, if the story they're going for, you basically can restart after a certain point and make it more video game-ish.
This is Paramount Plus, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really have.
They're not known for their great storytelling.
No, they don't really have much to begin with.
So. Yeah. So the content is content.
Yeah. I mean,
they got Yellowstone. So.
Is Yellowstone's on there?
Yeah.
But that's on network. I mean, that's like on TBS or something like that, isn't that?
No, it's on the Paramount Network.
Oh, that's all. Oh, Paramount Network, and it's on Plus. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
The
1883 show. That's the prequel to Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone got a lot of chatter. So.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom loves it.
Yeah, my grandfather, my brother.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen an episode. Matt Ryan loves it. I know that. Yeah,
I heard good stuff. But,
yeah.
Other than that, Mark, what's happening this Sunday you want to promote?
Sunday in Plainville is CliffsCon at the VFW in Plainville. Monthly show. Matt Ryan will be there. A bunch of other people will be there. Brian might appear because he's got something else to do at 2:00 in the afternoon. So the show starts at 10. So who knows if Brian could fit that into his busy schedule.
I'm going to see the Northmen.
Yeah.
Rocky and Stephanie.
Yeah.
In West Springfield. Very excited to see this movie.
Yeah, I would have went, but you guys are going on Sunday instead of Saturday. So.
Originally I was going Thursday, but Rocky, he works, and it was his idea to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. It's just I don't know if it's interesting enough for me to want to go see it in the theater or not.
To me, it looks like a movie I want to see in the theater. You got a beep?
I did.
Everything okay?
Yeah, no, it's just someone had viewed Geekonomics on Facebook, so. Woohoo!
Someone viewed.
We tricked another one.
So what else, Mark? We need to talk about. For me, Letterkenny, been playing Horizon. I mean, really had nothing to report. But
besides that, baseball started, so started watching baseball again.
Oh yeah! Oh, today
started.
Red Sox.
Well, they've been playing at home for the past 3 games, but
usually this is the big home opener.
Well, it's Patriots Day.
Yeah.
So it's their big Patriots Day game that they played at 11:00. So they've actually been playing for a while now. Because it's Marathon Monday.
Yeah, it is a Marathon Monday.
That's why you're home. They're actually losing right now, 4-1. In the bottom of the 7th.
Oh, their home opener was on Friday.
Yes, it was. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
It's pushed back because of the lockout that was going on. They usually would have opened the season end of March, beginning of April.
Yeah. There's a lockout.
Yeah.
So Moon Knight. Let's talk about Moon
Knight.
Let's talk about the Thor teaser that dropped today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. No, everything's fine. I'll tell you if something's going on.
All right. Beepins are happening.
It happens. Someone posted online about what's going on, so that's why.
All right. So I do have real quickly box office news. Fantastic Beasts 3. Do you watch these movies, Mark?
I saw the first one on, I think, HBO or something. but that was about it. And they're not really I don't know why they call them Fantastic Beast movies. They're just like in name. They're not really a story anymore. It's just I don't know what they're doing.
Who knows? Okay, so the interesting thing, there's supposed to be 5 movies. Oh God, help me, Lord! But this movie, the third one, each one has done less and less. And now Warner Brothers is saying that, well, they're going to put them on hold to see how this one does and potentially maybe just do one more. It is the third Fantastic Beasts movie. It is one of the lowest premieres for a Harry Potter franchise at 43 million. It did win the box office weekend. But it is the lowest a Harry Potter franchise has ever done. The first one did 74 million, the second one did 62, and this one did 43.
Yeah.
So I think the excitement of these books or whatever have you has kind of dwindled a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, it also sucks that
Sorry, Facebook.
get off Facebook.
Well, let's checking something.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. We're you had Johnny Depp, then the whole Amber Heard stuff, so they kicked him off, they replaced him. Now Ezra Miller, he's in this movie. Now he's arrested, he's got a bunch of problems going on.
Well, he'll be replaced.
And well, supposedly he's only going to be in this one movie, so
yeah.
He won't be back.
Well, his character makes sense. The story of his character probably would wrap up in this movie.
Yeah. And then the Flash movie has been on hold.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on. The charges have been dropped. The couple dropped the charges, but still, he still has a lot of PR problems.
Yes. They dropped Johnny Depp things like going on like as we speak, right? Like the court case.
He is suing Amber Heard.
Yeah. Over a news article she put out.
Yeah, that started the whole thing.
Yeah.
So the Ezra Miller thing, we'll see what happens. I mean, if they put the Flash movie on hold, there is a petition out there to actually have the TV Flash guy replace him.
Makes sense.
Which
Grant Gustin was really good as the Flash.
We have seen in the past where people were digitally removed or they just refilmed.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to reshoot it. I mean,
so Ezra Miller,
and they could reshoot a scene where he like teleports somewhere and then comes back as TV's Flash. You can use the Flashpoint situation and do something like that with it.
It's weird because I don't know much about Ezra Miller other than the Flash, and he always seems like a nice. The Flash character is like a nice guy.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything. Christian Bale was a nice guy in Batman, and
who?
I understand he's a terrible person.
Who is?
Christian Bale.
Why is Christian Bale a terrible person?
Well, he had the whole thing with Terminator, and I've heard other stories about other movie sets he's been on, and
I think that's terrible. I've heard he just
in public he's been terrible to people too. So
I don't know. I've never heard that. I've only heard he exploded on that one.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about, Ezra Miller, when I read the article, this guy has had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
He choked some woman. He's kind of like this weird diva guy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him lasting now.
No.
Flash.
No, he'll get canceled.
Yeah. And you know what? I kind of don't want to see the Flash now because I don't really want to support him because I don't know. He seems like a horrible person. Like he threatened to kill the couple. They were sleeping and he bursts in and he threatens to kill them. And he has a gun. I guess he owns a couple weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know if he really should be owning those weapons if he has mental problems.
Well, that's a whole nother ball of wax that the country is dealing with.
But if I'm gonna sit here and be like, Will Smith slapped someone, what an asshole, but Ezra Miller threatened to kill a couple in their own. Yeah, that's worse.
Well, I mean, and Will Smith's basically been canceled at this point.
I get he's
like
not
the movie he was going to be in. The next movie he was going to do got put on hold. the Fresh Prince show they're thinking of putting on hold. He's been banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
Yeah.
Got kicked out of the Academy.
He wasn't kicked out. He resigned.
Well, yeah, whichever.
He resigned because the people who were kicked out is a short list of really horrible people. He didn't want to be part of that list, so he
decided to resign instead. They let him walk out on his own. And then his wife's saying that she didn't even say anything or do anything to provoke him to do that. He just did it on his own.
I don't believe that celebrities get really canceled because we have short attention, short memories. So in a year, you'll be. It's not going to hurt him. It's not going to. He's rich. I mean, it doesn't hurt rich people at all.
Yeah.
It hurts their ego. Yeah, I'm sure his ego.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. Ezra Miller, who knows what's going to happen with that. So, so that's the weekend with the Fantastic Beasts movie. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie in my life, and I have no plan on ever seeing.
You say what was second? Or is it just the Fantastic Beasts and that's it?
Well, Fantastic Beasts was number one over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I think Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was second place.
Which could be Jim Carrey's last movie.
It could be. And The Lost City took.
He's talking of retiring.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which I really want to see.
Which would open the door for Dan, because then Dan could take all the Jim Carrey roles.
Yes.
Dan looks a lot like Jim Carrey.
He looks nothing like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, if you squint.
More.
Well, you could put a wig on him.
The Lost City was at third.
That's the Sandra Bullock Channing Tatum movie. At
fourth, and Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson's father, Stewie, was top five.
It's directed by, isn't it directed by Mel Gibson?
I don't know. Morbius was pushed out of the top five.
It's not surprising. I've heard nothing good about that movie.
I'm kind of scared about Madam Web. It's being written by the same people who wrote movies.
Well, just because it's being written by it doesn't mean it's going to actually be done by them. I mean, we've seen many movies written by people, and then magically they don't end up using that script, and it gets made by somebody else.
Well, as of right now, that's who's writing it. So I have.
No hope. I don't think the WB will be too thrilled with the returns on Morbius.
WB didn't make it, so I don't
or whoever, Sony. I mean,
hopefully they'll smarten up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Moon Knight, Mark. So we have 3 and 4, right?
Yes.
So
3 was the one where he.
No, episode 2 and 3. I'm sorry.
Yes, 2 and 3, 3 and 4 of Halo, 2 and 3 of Moon Knight. Episode 2 ends with him in Egypt.
Yep.
After he gets caught somewhere, runs around with a broken jaw for a second and all that. It was quite the crazy episode.
Yeah.
Meet his wife in that episode. Layla appears.
Yeah, which we're come to find out, she is, I mean, her and Mark are like, they're badass. I mean, they can kick butt.
Well, we talked about it when we did the preview for the show about the actual origins of Moon Knight from the comic books. They're following that same story just a little bit differently. That she is the daughter of one of the archaeologists that Mark's squad kills in the desert, from episode 2 when they show him that it was Steven at the time in the car, and he's like, oh, you've killed all these archaeologists and everything.
Right.
One of those people was Layla's dad. And they hinted at the third altar of Mark, Steven, in episode 3. That neither of them knows what happened or who it was. Which I'm thinking is Mr. Knight. because that's a whole different part of Moon Knight.
Yeah, so like
That's one we have now in the new comics.
Yeah, so like in the show, okay, so when Mark turns into Moon Knight, and then Steve, right? Is it Steve?
Yes, Steven, yes.
He turns into Mr. Knight.
He turns into what Mr. Knight looks like in the new comics.
Right.
But I think that there's a whole nother entity that is Mr. Knight in this story. That's going to be the one that killed all the people and beat up all the guys in the last episode.
Right.
They both when he comes back and the kid cuts his scarf and everything. They're both like, I didn't do it. I thought you did it. Oh, I thought you did it. Neither of them know what happened because they both got pushed out for a third altar. So.
Yeah, like I was like trying to, I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yes.
The two things of Moon Knight.
Yes.
But
you never really find out, at least I don't remember in the comics. It's been a long time since I read the comics. I don't think you ever really find out who the Prime is, the actual entity of Moon Knight, like who he actually is, because the other identities have taken over.
Right.
I could be using the wrong terminology, but I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't really know. But I mean, obviously, we're going to know. I think he'll discover more as the show goes on.
Well, yeah, because now he's lost his powers, technically, because of the third episode where they put Khonshu inside the stone. So that way, Mark can see the map to find Arset, whatever his name is, Asset. The one that Harlow is trying to bring back.
Yeah.
Who gaslights the big gods. I thought was a very interesting scene. So yeah, no, it's crazy. The show is so good.
Yeah.
I excited for every Wednesday now.
I know. It makes a week go by so quick.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're in episode 4. We only have 3 episodes left.
Yeah. And it's going to take us to the week of Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Which I know there's a new teaser for. I didn't watch. I don't want to see it.
No, I haven't seen it either. I've seen the hints of it, but I didn't watch it.
We bought our tickets.
I have.
Which still pissed me off because of the one person we were.
Well, I could have told you that was going to happen, but you decided to do it anyway, so it's on you.
From now on, Mark.
I told you when we talked about it at the thing, so I'm not gonna tell you any more about it.
You know, his job is a highly skilled labor job that cannot allow.
He needs at least 3 years notice to take a day off.
Notice. God forbid.
Now the thing is too, and I've said this to you before, I'm not sure if it's actually how it goes or is it how he thinks it goes. Like his work, I'm pretty sure people just call him every day and like, I'm not coming in today, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's how he's structured it in his head.
Yep, I agree. Well, from now on, we'll still go to West Springfield, and if can't go, oh well, we can pick him up. Or we can go.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
The Enfield Theater sucks.
Yes. We'll suffer through it for this one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Even though I was hoping to watch it in the big screen in West Springfield, but that's okay.
Well, it's going to be me, you,
John,
and I have an extra ticket, and Rocky said Stephanie might go, or we can give it to someone else.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So that's happening, and then today, unbeknownst to anybody, Marvel decided to drop the teaser trailer for Thor, which comes out in July, which I had no idea was happening.
The poster looks awesome. I love the poster.
Yes. Well, the trailer's not much different.
Well, I haven't watched the trailer, Mark. I'm saying
you're gonna enjoy it.
We're gonna watch it together.
I was in the middle of a meeting when it dropped, and someone posted about it.
You did.
No, in the chat.
I don't know who did.
Wasn't me.
It'd be really funny if it was.
It might have been John.
It was Rocky.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna watch it together.
We are. I'm bringing it up as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a trailer I need to see no more. I 100% in. That looked awesome. That looks so good. I love the humor. I love the music. I love the look. Like there's nothing about that looked bad. Oops. That's the Thor I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Watiki has revigorated Thor. I mean, yeah. After the last Thor movie, which was like the best.
Yeah.
Looks so good. I like how he's doing the remind me when Batman
chains. Yeah.
was doing that with the chains.
It's CrossFitting.
And he's got he's working out the gut.
These are get a montage.
Yeah. Dude, it looks so good. I love the fact we get to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Natalie Portman's back. Like that's gonna be interesting because in the comic book, she takes on that mantle because she has cancer. She's dying of cancer, and she takes on Thor to keep her alive. Like she takes on that mantle to stay alive from dying.
I think this way they'll do a multiverse.
All right, step away from the multiverse. Obviously, it's not a multiverse.
I think it's going to be. It's going to have to be some reason to bring it around. There's no other reason why she would be there.
They never wrote her out.
No, but I'm saying that I like. How would she become Thor?
She's Lady Thor because he's there. They're both in the same scene.
I know what I'm saying, but in this comic book, wasn't he not Thor at the time? Wasn't he not alive?
Well, in the trailer, he does say, "I'm done being a superhero." So she could have that could have been some editing in there. She's taking up the mantle while he's on sabbatical. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's to figure out how it all happens. But I think there'll be some connection to the multiverse somehow.
Maybe. I think we'll have to watch.
It is like the whole shtick of this next phase of Marvel is the multiverse.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's somewhere else. So he might not even be affected by it.
Everyone's affected by it. It's the multiverse. It's not like you don't get affected by it if you're in a different town or something.
Moon Knight.
Yet.
He's not been affected by it.
Yet.
Just saying. What is the timeline? Where does Moon Knight take place?
They haven't told us yet.
Yeah, so there you go.
Could it happen years ago? This could be from years ago.
Could have been.
I think Thor is actually like Moon Knight. The shtick of Moon Knight is it's not in the MCU right now.
Part of the MCU.
I know, but he's not like in like the main continuity of the MCU right now. That's the shtick of Moon Knight.
We'll have to find out where that
like a la like What If. It's not like an actual tangent storyline.
I think you're confusing too. It is a story. It is a storyline that's taking place in MCU, except they haven't told us where it. That's
what I'm talking about. Yeah. No, there's no like actual like. This takes place after the events of Endgame. This takes place. It could take place before the Avengers team up. It could take place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't made reference to where it takes place. You're right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I am pumped. This is going to be the year of the MCU coming back and giving like you got Spider-Man kicks us off, and then I think it's just going to be winter after winter. Unlike last year's Eternals. Shang-Chi was okay. I mean,
Shang-Chi was good. Shang-Chi just didn't get the props it should have gotten, I don't think.
It did very well. It did.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think like in the grand scheme of the Marvel universe, it's not like Shang-Chi was such an awesome movie. It was like, Shang-Chi was good.
It was good. I walked in like it was good.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it.
This is like one of the big we could say like one of the big six. So that's why it's I think more excitable.
We were more excited because Doctor Strange, we know him, we know
Thor is one of the main Avengers.
Yeah, we know and love him.
Like one of the last 3 main Avengers left.
Right.
Hawkeye's retired. You think about it, out of the main original Avengers, the only ones still active right now in the storylines are Hulk and Thor. Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, all dead.
Thor didn't. I mean, Hawkeye didn't retire.
Well, through his story, he's like not like a major Avenger. He's like now just kind of off in the tangent, side quest kind of thing.
But he still exists. I mean, I would say he's still like, and then Captain America doesn't exist anymore, but we have Falcon taking over that mantle.
But you know what I'm saying? Like out of the original cast,
You're right.
the only 2 left are Hulk and Thor.
You're right.
And Hulk's not gonna get his own movie anytime soon. I don't think.
No.
So Thor's really our only connection to that main original storyline.
Yeah. Yeah. The Hulk is just going to be in other people's movies.
Yeah.
At this point, She-Hulk, we're getting She-Hulk proper.
Yes.
Show, and Bruce Banner will be in that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm excited. Yeah. So
yeah.
good. That made my day.
Yeah. As soon as I heard the music, I knew you'd be into it.
Well, I got Sweet Child of Mine.
Yes. Yes.
This is the whole aesthetic, you know?
Very 80s rock band. 80s, 90s hard rock.
If you could use Sweet Child
fits perfectly
thing, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah. And you have the tangible thing of Guardians of the Galaxy and that music stuff that goes on with that. So it's all going to work out.
I know. What you should play the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
It's on my list of things to do. It's just I have video games and I just don't get along very well anymore.
The Star Wars Lego game, which I want to pick up this summer. I'm super. All the movies.
Yeah, I know.
It has all like the DLC has Mando, Book of Boba Fett. It has all the Rogue One, Solo.
I'm toying with the thought process of if it's time to upgrade to a new system.
You barely play yours.
I know, but if I'm going to get this Guardians of the Galaxy game, and sooner or later the games are just not going to be made for the system I have. So,
well, right now both of them you can play them on your Xbox.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So
yeah. I hear you. But anyway,
the 4K TV thing is coming soon too, so that's gonna,
Oh, it's so funny. My parents, they got a 4K TV, but I corrected them a week ago. I said it's a 4K.
Yes.
And then all during Easter, they kept calling it the 4D TV. Oh, the 4D looks so good. Oh, I love the 4D. The 4D on this is amazing. And
it's great, but it's like there's nothing that they're not broadcasting in it. It's like when HD first came out. It's like places are airing things, but it's not like unless you have the TV, you can't really tell any difference.
No, I have a 4K TV. If you pay $20 a month, all Netflix originals are in 4K.
Yeah.
Hulu originals are in 4K.
Yeah.
Free. You don't have to pay extra like Netflix.
Yeah.
HBO Now or whatever it's called.
HBO Go.
Go or whatever.
HBO Max is what it's called now.
Max. Original movies that are coming on.
It's crazy that it's been like 4 names and people still don't care.
I can't remember. they're in 4K.
And they're going to change to something else once they get hooked up with this Discovery. So it's going to be a whole different thing.
No, it's still going to be the same. So they're bringing in Discovery. Discovery is just going to, no more Discovery Plus. It's just going to be part of the package with HBO Now.
HBO Max.
HBO Max. I can't get it.
HBO Go.
HBO Go now, Max. Wait. Right. In the sense that broadcast stuff is not in 4K, but a lot of the streaming services are giving you content in 4K.
Yeah.
And I watch way more streaming shows than broadcast.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I mean, 4K TVs are so cheap now. It's definitely worth getting one because once you actually see a movie in 4K, you're like, oh, so good.
Yeah, we bought a TV for Claire's sister's family last year for Christmas because they had a small TV because their old TV had died and they had a tinier, like probably the size of my computer screen
Yeah.
TV in their house. So Amazon had a really good deal, so we got them a big TV, and now they're like, I don't know how we watch TV in that little TV. I don't know how we did it all these years. It's like, yeah, once you get a big TV, you never go back. Bigger
Yeah.
the better.
But they're so cheap now.
Yeah.
You can get them for $500-600 for like a 52 or more.
Yeah. Well, I have a 55 already, so I need to keep the size.
Yeah.
You can't be making it smaller.
No. But
Only bigger. Bigger is better.
I mean, I watch a lot of 4K movies on disc, which always look fantastic.
No, look at you, fancy pants.
Yeah. Well, your Xbox, the Xbox and the PlayStation plays all the 4K movies. So
yeah, if you have one of those, yeah.
You have an Xbox that plays 4K movies.
No, I still have the old Xbox. I don't have a newer Xbox.
You have Xbox One. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it just plays HD. It just plays Blu-ray. It doesn't play 4Ks.
No, it plays 4Ks.
I know that.
It does.
I never turn it on.
It plays Blu-rays and 4K.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Good to know. I don't have a TV, so it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Anyway, Lego game.
Game.
Get
it. It's good.
It's good. Anyway, Mark.
Brian approved.
Anything else? Plainville this Sunday.
Plainville this Sunday from 10 to 3. Early birds at 9. The VFW in Plainville, Connecticut. CliffsCon.
And it's never too early to say the next East of the River
is coming up in July or June. June?
July 26th.
Yeah. July is Andrew's show. That's why I keep getting confused.
Yeah. The flyers, it's nice color flyer. Our logo is on it.
It is.
I'm going to start promoting that at the end of the month.
So you'll be seeing it all over the town of Enfield.
Yeah. And online.
Anywhere where people can breathe, Brian will have it posted there.
I'll have a flyer in your face. Like, look at this.
Yeah. Look at come see my show.
Go to it.
I don't have anything to do with it. I don't have get any money from it, but come see this show.
All
right, fine.
And Enfield's going to be having their town-wide tag sale May 14th. I will be part of it. I will be selling stuff.
Just you?
At my house.
Allison's not participating?
She'll be selling stuff too, but I will.
Oh, okay.
I'll have my comics. I will have a lot of my normal show stuff out. I'll be selling.
Wow. I have stuff for you as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when I'll get it to you, but I have stuff for you as well.
I'm sure we'll see each other before then.
Yeah, I'll probably see you at the next East of the River show. Or at Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I have some comics. I have more comics I got to go through, but I have some doubles I found.
I added tons of DC stuff.
And I tagged you in another one. A guy from high school was trying to get his stuff. X-Men. I tagged you on Facebook.
I'll have to look. I didn't see.
Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook much, but I'll look.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got tons of cool DC stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's officially in my pile. So I'll be selling stuff. Townwide tag sale. I will be on the list, which if you join the townwide tag sale, you're donating towards Enfield Food Shelf.
Yes.
$25. Your name is put on the map. You have the end of the month to do so. So it's a good cause. You can make some money, get rid of some stuff, spring cleaning. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mark, we should wrap it up. We'll see everybody next week.
Yes, next week we got Moon Knight, Halo.
More surprises, maybe.
More things that happen. Whatever Marvel decides to put out in front of us.
All right, like and subscribe.
We're getting ready to see Doctor Strange. 2 weeks away.
Oh my God. I know.
And also, my wedding anniversary is coming up as well. 3 years.
My wedding anniversary is coming up in May too.
I know it is. Yeah. You're at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy.
It is.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Let's do that.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
All right, everybody. As always, be safe, be kind, be well.
Rewind.